Welcome back, everybody. I am the Jimmer, and this is the Propane 1 million RP King of the Hill Championship. This is going to be the first round in our second episode. This episode will feature the Friday by Xionyx, a heavily armored thruster craft sporting missiles as well as a large laser cannon. You can see those top-mounted missiles firing away, as well as some flares as we get this battle started. Very cool looking craft. Cruises around, not super fast, but got plenty of speed. I gave it a little, just a test run in the designer to make sure it would load in correctly and all that sort of stuff. Flies about 70 meters a second and cruises around 200 meters. So this is definitely not a flying shoebox. This is a more tanky design. Lots of shields, lots of good spacing to minimize explosive damage, and featuring a pretty good barrage of those top-mounted missiles as well as an effective laser system. So let's see how deep into our King of the Hill Championship the Xionyx can go. And the Xionyx is going to be going against our third place king. That is the Sneaky Weenus by myself, the Jimmer, and it is already sneaking. Gonna have to get the interface on here for a minute just so we can take a peek at it. This was in the previous episode, so we'll just do a quick refresher. This is a deep diving submarine featuring a massive amount of torpedoes as well as a decent amount of missiles. And let's get this battle sped up and see which design has what it takes to be the victor. Interface off. Speed up. Ooh, and let's follow these missiles down. See if they have the ability to dive deep, and they do. It looks like they are also torpedoes. You can see them. Oh, just missing. Not quite able to catch up to the Sneaky Weenus. Sneaky Weenus bravely sneaks away. But I have not seen its barrage yet. It appeared that the Friday was able to take out most of the missiles from the Sneaky Weenus with its lambs. You can see these torpedoes are coming down and landing on the Sneaky Weenus. It is taking some damage here. Let's get a damage report. And the Friday is at 100%, and the Sneaky Weenus at 100%. So we're getting a little bit of slowdown with all these missiles in the air, but not too bad. Yeah, you can see those missiles go way up into the air, probably up into the space. I would guess by how high they are going, and fairly effective, able to come straight down on top of the Weenus and land. Let's see if any of these missiles from the Sneaky Weenus are able to land. No, just a little bit too slow, and then getting taken out by the lambs. The lambs on the Friday, very effective. And then with that exceptional shielding all the way around, able to avoid any of the fragments from the destroyed missiles. You can see here, continuing to rain down those missiles, staying out of range of the Sneaky Weenus. Firing with that laser. That laser isn't going to be very effective. The Sneaky Weenus, I believe, has smoke and is also underwater. The water mitigates a large part of the laser damage. Let's wait for this missile volley, and then let's follow this missile volley in and see how it does. See, going straight up into the air before making that turn. Very much like a... Oh, what are those missiles called? I want to say Is it Tomahawk missiles? No, I don't remember. There's the kind of missile. I think it might be Tomahawk missiles that go up into the air and then drop down on their target. And then you can see they also feature the torpedo propellers, so they are able to get down here and at least get a little bit of damage on the Sneaky Venus. Most of them landing towards the rear, the stern of this submarine. But getting some hurt on it, not anything crippling as of yet. Let's get another damage report. Sneaky Venus down to 96, Friday all the way up at 100%. Doing well. Well prepared for the sneakiness. And yes, we do see the smoke deploying for the Sneaky Venus, so it is going to be able to negate pretty much all of that laser damage. But as we can see here, it is taking damage from these hybrid missile torpedoes. And if it takes much more damage to its propulsion systems, these torpedoes are definitely going to start catching up, and it's going to be all over for the Sneaky Venus. It appears that the Friday is also able to orbit far enough away where it is staying out of the range of the Sneaky Venus missiles. The Sneaky Venus will only fire its missiles, I believe it's 1,000 meters. So the Friday staying, just outside that range, able to get its offense off without fear of retaliation. We will more than likely see, as it passes in front of the Sneaky Venus, we might see a incoming missile barrage, but so far those missiles have been unable to penetrate the defenses of the Friday. I like the speed on this Friday. It feels very slow after all of the super high-speed craft we've seen in the past few tournaments. Especially in the Dunkerton's tournament, all those ships were just so fast. I mean, all of them, getting very close, and in some cases faster than 200 meters a second. Some of them up to like over 300 meters a second, just crazy fast. I mean, 70 meters a second is plenty fast, as you can see, able to outrun most of these missiles here. And what it can outrun, it's taking out with the flares as well as the lamps, so very effective. Let's follow this next barrage of missiles. Getting way up here, right into the edge of space. And getting very close, but I don't believe they have. They're just still a little bit too slow to catch up to the Sneaky Venus. It appears the Sneaky Venus is repairing. It has quite a bit of damage to its rear section, but not quite as low as it was before. Let's get a damage report. Yeah, Sneaky Venus looks like it's repaired at like 1 or 2%. It's at 96%, and the Friday completely undamaged. It looks like this fight might go the full 30 minutes. That is unless the Sneaky Venus is able to land a few lucky missiles, or potentially crashes into the bottom here. It does dive very low. Let's get a depth report. Cruising along right around 22 meters a second at a depth of cruising right along that lower boundary. Right at negative 76. the limit is -75, but I think that is, you know, just cutting that limit right to the very edge there. And we see once again the torpedoes coming down. Ooh, some of them landing in this case. We are getting some connections, but nothing too severe yet. You can see out of each of these valleys, there's 2 or 3, sometimes 4 missile connections. And it's only a matter of time before they will either slow the Venus enough where it's unable to dodge these missiles, or it takes critical damage and is unable to continue. Not really seeing the Sneaky Venus firing. It's been a good long while since it has fired. Oh, getting very close to this mountain here. And this submarine has no terrain avoidance, so if it hits a mountain, it will destroy itself. All right, let's get up and see how the Friday's doing. Doing much of the same, you know, cruising around, keeping that range, dropping those missiles, firing that laser. Very effective so far. Let's get another damage report. Sneaky Venus hanging around right at 95%. Friday sitting pretty at 100%. So it does look as if this... Oh, here we go. We're getting a incoming missile strike from the Sneaky Venus. Let's see if any of these are able to connect. It looks like they are just coming just a little bit short. A lot of them getting distracted by the flares. And then the lambs cleaning up any missiles that get too close. Yeah, we see a second barrage of missiles coming from the Sneaky Venus, but they appear to be distracted by the lambs, or excuse me, by the flares. The start of a hole in the hull. There's a hole all the way through. Looks like some of those torpedoes were able to reach the ammo stores of the Sneaky Venus, and unfortunately have done significant damage to its missiles. So it's not going to have any offense until that damage is repaired. Let's get another damage report. Yeah, Sneaky Venus all the way down to 82%. Friday still sitting pretty at 100%. It looks like the Venus is going to face a slow death here. I'm just going to keep eating these torpedoes, these missile torpedoes, as they come down. Pretty soon, yeah, you can see here it's already slowing down and not able to avoid these missiles. And there we go. Health below 80% and sinking. Seconds, and there it's going to despawn. So it looks like the first battle of the first round of our second episode here goes to the Friday by Xionyx. As always, these are going to each round will be a best of 3. So we'll get this restarted, and we'll see how the Sneaky Venus is able to do in the next battle. It will get the first spawn in our next battle, so that may make a difference. Get our 1,000-meter start here. And up in the air. And load in the Friday. Interface off, speed up, we'll get this battle right underway. See the Sneaky Weenus wasting no time getting that missile barrage off. And then there are also, oh, very close. Those missiles came very, very close. But the Friday was able to kick on its afterburners and get out of there just in time before any of those missiles could land. And now its missiles, in return, are diving down, going to try and get some revenge on that Sneaky Weenus. See a second barrage of missiles coming in here, but getting distracted by the flares and running out of fuel. Let's get a damage report right off the bat here. Alright, both craft at 100%. Nobody's been able to hurt the other. Friday going way out here. It's out at over 2 kilometers away. So it orbits at a very great distance. I'm surprised its missiles have enough fuel to make that very long distance between it and its enemies. You can see firing away with that laser, but that laser's going to do pretty much nothing with the Sneaky Weenus being so far underwater and also deploying smoke. Let's see, I lost those missiles. Here we go. Let's follow these in, see how they're doing, if they're able to land or if they are missing. See the missiles from the Sneaky Weenus just not quite able to connect. Let's see if these torpedo missiles are able to dive down. And no, I don't think any of those connected. Oh, there we go. This barrage, there was, it looked like 4 or 5 connected there, and just a whole swarm of them here chasing the Sneaky Weenus. So it looks like this battle is going to go much the same way, with just a slow battering of the Weenus until it is unable to avoid the missile torpedoes coming from the Friday. A lot of those missiles connected and did a fair amount of damage to the missile systems of the Sneaky Weenus. We have not seen it fire in quite some time. Let's take a look at the Friday and just admire its majestic flight. And oh, here we go. Here is a missile strike coming from the Sneaky Weenus, and once again just getting very close, but unable to close that last 25-50 meters and get some damage in. Friday, very hard to see with that black paint and all those shields. Just kind of looks like a flickering blob. very cool design. You can see it's using a spaced out hull to minimize explosive damage, and also put those shields way out there where they're going to do the most good. Keep the shells from getting close, and keep that explosive damage away if possible. Let's get another damage report. Sneaky Weenus doing alright this time, 99%. Friday sitting pretty at 100%. I don't think it has been damaged this entire fight. Executing an excellent game plan here. Staying about 2 kilometers away. Yeah, right around, it's at about 17 or 1.7 kilometers right now. So, right somewhere between 1.5 and 2 kilometers distance. Not getting anywhere near that Sneaky Venus. Does not want to have to deal with those missiles if it doesn't have to, and at the same time able to get some damage in with its diving missiles, its hybrid missile torpedoes. The laser, once again, not really doing a whole lot in this fight, but will be very effective if it faces some flying opponents, which it looks like it more than likely will. Let's follow these torpedoes, or these missile torpedoes, and see if they're able to connect. And there we see a barrage of missiles coming from the Sneaky Weenus, a rare sight, and yeah, it appears that they're just not quite able to get in and damage the Friday. Taking a little bit of damage, but doing all right. 99%, not too bad. It is damaged, but most of that damage is superficial to its outer hull, its armor. But the Sneaky Weenus will not be able to win this way. It needs to get its offense off. It needs to get its missiles onto the Friday. It looks like the Friday may be flying straight towards the Sneaky Weenus here. This might give the Sneaky Weenus a chance. And there we go. Its missiles are away. With the Friday flying straight at them, we may actually see some connections here. And the Lambs is able to take them out just in time. It doesn't appear that there was any damage taken by the Friday. Damage report. More of the same. Sneaky Weenus 99%, Friday 100%. looks like we may have had a connection there. It's hard to tell if the missiles are connecting or getting taken out by the lambs. Sneaky Weenus in trouble now. Its health is dropping rapidly. Friday still sitting at 100%, but the Sneaky Weenus all the way down to 89%. It appears to have slowed to the point where those missiles are coming in and landing. Oh, and its shields are flickering. It's in some trouble here. Oh, look at these torpedoes just tearing apart the Sneaky Weenus. Oh, it appears to have taken a hit to its ammo stores and blown a huge hole in the bottom. Yeah, down to 86%, 85%. It is pretty much all over. And there we see Sneaky Weenus has stopped, and those missiles and missile torpedo combination are really finding their home now. Sneaky Weenus appears to be dead in the water. We will wait for that 2 damaged or 80% in sinking, whichever happens first. Another massive explosion. Health pool 80% in sinking has popped up. And there we have it. The Sneaky Weenus is despawning. The Friday by Xionyx has made it through the first round of our second episode here. It will be moving on to the second round, where it will face the Speedy Weenus, a combination 2 thruster crafts that actually execute much the same game plan as the Friday. It'll be interesting to see how this next battle plays out. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I certainly did. And if you want to see some more great battles from the depths, go ahead and join me in the next video.